Boy, that's just um. I'm just annoyed that I went through and I had set up. I found a way to adjust the zoom on the camera, at least on its native software. But then it gets back into YouTube and it's like, bam, no zoom. Okay. When does Mercury retrograde end again?
I don't know, but I cannot wait.
No, I think it's actually supposed to be like any time now. Is the end of Mercury retrograde now? Now, the deep geek astrologers will say you also have a shadow period. Like a few days before and a few days after, where you'll still feel some of the effects. But either way, all that should be ending soon. And I know you with your PlayStation Network stuff, can't wait. So, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I was going to excuse myself.
Okay, what's going on?
Frame of mind.
But that's what the cool waters are for.
I'll take those, but I'm probably still going to excuse myself.
Yes, Darren's been having a lot of frustration with his game, so I guess with trying to buy a game on the PlayStation Network. And so I guess we need to send some good prayers to you for that. And Morgan Bailey deserves some cool waters.
Today was going to be my day off, and I was just going to have a great day. Oh no.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Blue Conlon just said it ended today, I believe. Yeah, I heard something about that, but
I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, it's shadow period, so you might have some lingering after effects. But you know what? You guys need to go see Top Gun Maverick. It was awesome. We're probably going to be going to see it a second time tomorrow and bring my little brother.
Yes,
because it was that good.
Third.
Yeah, because it's actually a movie where you get out and you feel happy at the end.
Yes.
Remember when we used to do that? That was awesome. They don't do that anymore.
And it's pretty unpredictable too, because just when you think you got it, you don't.
Right. Yeah. So, but hey everybody, Nene. Yes, I'm kind of just off camera, but okay. But yeah. So we need to give you some cool waters and then let you go.
Yes.
Wrangle with your stuff, huh?
Everyone forgive me, because I don't want to give this a halfway version of me.
Okay, well, this is also a place where you can go and kind of like convert those bad vibes.
Yeah, but I'm just going to say this. If I get the situation handled before service ends, I'm going to burst back in here.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll figure this out.
That's why I'm getting cold water, so I can at least be pure.
Yeah. Something like that. Okay, and
I love you guys dearly.
Sarcastic songs didn't make it because I got a paper to write, but heck, I'm taking a break for a bit. Absolutely.
We love you, Sarcastic, and that's not sarcasm.
Oh, man. Serranos is so sad today. My 2-year-old just broke 2 of my statues, which is really half of them. Oh, no. Well.
Excuse for new ones. That's all that is. Also an excuse to educate the 2-year-old.
Yeah. And now I can tell you, super glue, especially in like a lot of those resin figures, if you got a good clean break, super glue's your friend. Yeah. I've had to do this a few times, and I know some people are like, well, it affects the energy and ritual use.
Yeah, but if you're the one that fixes it and restores it, it can actually boost it.
Yeah, because your hands have been on it, so. And so
it is kind of appropriate that one of yours was Osiris.
Because it ended up being, kind of part of his persona, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there are much worse things that can happen than your 2-year-old breaks a statue, and you get to actually educate them.
Yeah. But you know what? But this is another bit of insight that I would not have considered when it comes to raising kids and in a pagan household. Is you have to educate them on this sort of thing, and you have to contend with that because kids don't know.
That, and there is a concept that's talked about in special education, and it's called prepare the environment for the child and the child for the environment.
Yeah.
This is one of those great cases of involve them in how to fix it, and then you teach them this is not your room. You can come in and do this and this, but no touching.
Well, I'll tell you, one of the most interesting things to me was when I had just graduated high school, and my aunt and uncle, who were about to move from, Texas to Oregon, and they were coming to visit for one last time, and they had their kids with them, including kids who were, gosh, how old was the oldest one at this point? I think 6. And so they see my Transformers, my G1 Transformers, and immediately want to go to reach for them. My uncle said, "No, those are not toys."
Right.
Which, I'm sure to a lot of folks it would be counterintuitive, but technically he's correct, because he knew these are collectibles. These are not toys like, a little kid would think, I can abuse these.
Yes.
So.
And the way you keep your 2-year-old away from things is, do you like your hands? If you touch those things, your hands will fall off and it will be extremely painful.
Darren, I know you're not really going to tell a little kid that. Come on.
Watch me.
Okay, well, some of you may be relieved to know that we don't have kids, because I think it's a rather unorthodox parenting style. So, anyway, let me just kind of peek over, because I noticed y'all were just saying something. Mentioning Gorilla Glue. I was thinking of attempting to mix the glue with gold powder or something. I think that's interesting. Okay, little buddy, make sure you're nice to me. Yeah. So she said, well, okay, 2-year-olds aren't really capable of learning this. Next year, definitely. It's called the terrible twos for a reason. They're kind of between understanding and not. Even touching something hot, they don't know enough to pull their hands away. Well, I think what happens is they have to get to a point where they learn.
Yeah, they'll touch it and then they'll stop.
Well, eventually, but it takes them. Now I remember when my brother finally learned the difference between flowers and bees, because he would sit there and try and pick the bees off of the flowers, and one of them decided to give him a reason not to. So he got stung on the end of his finger. Even my mother was trying not to laugh as she was getting the stinger out and mixing the baking soda and a mixture to put his finger in.
One trial learning.
Yeah, he did. But after that, and I think he was about, I don't know, somewhere between 2 and 4, closer to the 2 end, I think. But yeah, he finally figured it out. But yeah. All right, and I saw Mary Girl was asking if I have time to catch a quick shower. I don't know. That depends on what a quick shower is. But
unless a quick shower is wringing out a wash rag and calling yourself clean, no.
I don't know. Well, I mean, if this were the same brother, that got stung on the end of his finger, he also is infamous for taking those jump in, jump out kind of showers. Some people can do that, not all of us can. So I leave that to you. But on the topic of statues, I was looking for something today, and I stumbled across there are a couple places that offer life-size statues of certain deities. So for $1,500, you could have Khnum, Osiris, or Anubis standing on a pedestal, 7 foot tall, to dominate whatever space they're in. And I was like, you know what? That might be cool in a temple space one day, but be a little tight anywhere else. And then, of course, there was the debate about $1,500 deity statue versus $1,200 Starscream statue.
Not much of a debate to me.
Mm-hmm.
Love.
Starscream. There. There. I just discouraged you. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me as Tiffany purifies me. Come here, sweetheart. Hail to you and to you. I'm coming to you without falsehood and without evil. I'm furious upon our hands, furious within our hearts, so we can't have all evil that pertains to us. We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure. There. Feel better? As someone likes to say, I'll get you, my pretty.
Love you guys. I'll be back shortly, I hope.
So I guess if we hear lamentation and gnashing of teeth, you're not having a good time with it.
Wish me victory, guys. I'll be back here.
Funny thing, because the holiday that would have fallen this week, actually, and the reason why I ended up finding, those 7-foot statues is I was kind of glancing and, looking to see, well, what kind of statues do they have of the god Khnum? Because he had a festival, first and the second, and there's a couple of them that he has around this time of year. Now, Khnum, being a creator deity, was equated with Ra, and so that's why we have Ra, because he's our, high god, here, and so, that works. But the festival was the one that's sometimes called the taking up of the club, where you actually had people who engaged in mock combat to defeat the forces of evil, and I think it's rather funny that that's what's going on. And Darren's like, wish me victory. I'm gonna go mess with the PlayStation Network. So I'm like, well, we'll see what we can do. So, oh, okay. It's just my almost 6-month-old got her first tooth today. Awesome. Back front, who's your? Let's see. How you like? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go and look for the prayer that you put up. Because I've been kind of off and on of Facebook. This week's been just kind of a weird one, but of course, when are they not? But I will go and look for that. Let's go ahead and get our candles lit. And I need to turn the fan down so we don't blow it out. There we go. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light. The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light. The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world. To everyone who's tuning in now and in the future, this eye of Horus comes and we are purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
And we will also light our candles for Shu, because Shu is also identified as defending Ra against forces of evil. And so that's how Shu could sometimes be equated with Horus the Elder and Sekhmet. Because it's Mama Sekhmet. By the way, I happened to see on there's a Facebook group where somebody from the Sekhmet temple in Nevada had posted some pictures from the new moon. They had done a new moon feast, and of course they have a new statue since the old one, was it disappeared under unfortunate circumstances. And of course, apparently, from what I understand, the kids that did that, later confessed to what they did. It makes you wonder, what did Mama Sekhmet do to them? Well, they got a new statue that actually looks a little more like historically accurate. I've seen pictures of it, like from the new moon thing that they did, and it's really, really pretty. So that's something that it's on my list of things to do when I get the opportunities to go to the Sekhmet temple in Nevada and videotape and that would be a really fun thing to do. There we go. You arise in the Akhet as Khepri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You sit in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Unechidu, Shu, Sekhmet, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness, and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at, cast out Spet. May you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us, and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters that are the inundation that they may cool your hearts. Ra-Horakhety, these cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Ra-Horakhety, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. Ra-Horakhety, we give to you this eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. There we go. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, Ra-Horakhety. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper, and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra-Horakhety. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is Ra-Horakhety within his house. Pure, pure is Shu within his house, and Sekhmet within her house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra-Horakhety, for Shu and Sekhmet, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra-Horakhety. Come to your body, Ra-Horakhety, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these, your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people. Raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Shu, before Sekhmet. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Ra-Horakhety, and your son, the Oser Nisu Nebkebra. Your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And now, from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead. We light this candle for them, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. We bring them these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Horakhety, ta henket, kakao abdu senachimha, kutnabat nofra wabet anket nacharim, and kawan aku punibu, ma nibu hiranachra. A voice offering, bread and beer, beef and fowl, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, all good and pure things on which God lives, for the cause of all of these Aku, our blessed dead, true a voice before the great God. And we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Truly, your Aeneid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Aeneid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. This fat is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And likewise, may we always act with gentility and compassion for such as the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality for such as the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity for such as the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness for such as the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth for such as the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good for such as the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance for such as the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others for such as the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Oh, and something that I wanted to mention, in the vein, I was running a couple of errands earlier today, and I noticed they had a blood drive going on, at the local Walmart. I wasn't able to participate because I hadn't had anything to eat, and I didn't want to end up giving blood and then passing out in the parking lot. But that's something that I need to go and do, and anybody who can. It would be a good thing to do, and it would seem to me that would be a good way to honor, especially deities like Sekhmet. Of course, they had no concept of being able to donate blood, back then, but it seems today like it's something that it's for the purpose of healing, so it seemed like it would be right up her alley, and it's, something good that you can do, to promote the public good and honor, the deity of your choice. So we'll start off with a couple of.
Hey, Sharon, don't forget me. I mean,
Oh, yeah, it's either one works. Oh, hey,
I want a donation.
okay, will do.
If you're at that part, I'm sorry.
Well, in just a minute. So, okay, I will know that, because I'm looking for them on the screen, but I'll also know to pull one for you first.
I just announced myself.
Okay. What? I didn't see you come in, but I'm glad you're here. Okay, so this is from a hymn to Khnum at Esna, and it originally was from the morning address, but we've adapted it so it's good for any time of day. So, Khnum, Amun, the Ancient One, issued from noon, Lord of the Fields, great Khnum, who makes his domain in the meadow, Lord of gods and men, Lord of the war cry, mighty planner, great power of Egypt, Lord of life, wooer of women, to whom come gods and men as he bids. Ram, great of majesty, tall of plume and sharp of horn, great lion, slayer of rebels, crocodile king, mighty victor, who conquers as he wishes, leader of herdsmen, who grasps the staff, smiting his attacker, Shu, strong of arm, his father's champion, slayer of rebels, fighting ram, who chases his foes, herdsman of his followers, multiformed one, who changes shape at will, Khnum, who fashions as he wishes, who sets every man in his place. And tell you what, I've got a different one for Ra. That's okay. Let's see. There we go. Okay. This is for Ra-Horakhety. Hail to you, one transfigured and sharp, Atum Horakhety, who rises in the horizon of heaven. All people rejoice unto you. Beautiful one, refreshed in your time, as Atum within the hand of your mother Hathor. You arise in every place, and every heart rejoices. The dual shrines pay homage when you come. Rejoice when you rise. Arising in the horizon of heaven, you shed turquoise rays upon the two lands. Ra, who is Horus of the horizon, the divine child, heir of eternity, who engendered and birthed himself. King of this earth, ruler of Duat, chief of the desert necropolis. Emerging from the waters, you drew yourself from noon, nursed yourself and raised yourself. Living God, Lord of love, all people live when you shine, crowned as king of the gods. Nut greets your face. You embrace Ma'at in all seasons. Those in your following sing your praise, touching faces to the ground at your approach. Lord of heaven, Lord of earth, King of Ma'at, Lord of eternity, ruler of everlastingness, Prince of all the gods, living God, maker of eternity, creator of heaven who establishes what is in it. The Aeneid is in jubilation when you rise, the earth in joy at seeing your rays. The elders emerge in praise to see your splendor every day. You sail above the earth every day, strengthened in your mother Nut. You traverse what is above, and your heart is glad. And if we have any requests, I will check. I see rainbows, rainbow hearts. Yes, happy Pride Month, absolutely. Okay. Yes, hang out in the Discord more often. Yeah, I need to get the app on my new phone so I can. Yeah, that was actually, on my to-do list for today. Got memes and crocodiles and hats. Oh my. Okay, Kit Fox has a prayer for safe travel. I'm going to an event in Idaho on Wednesday. Oh wow, that sounds fun. Oh, we'll burn some incense again. I wonder if I'm happy about that. First thing I'm gonna do when I get back is fix up my altar and burn keepy. You know what? And I did I need to. I guess the next book that I publish, I'll end up having a shorter recipe because there's a recipe that Scott Cunningham had put in one of his books on incense, but there's actually a shorter one. You have to find Sacred Luxuries, Fragrance and Aromatherapy in Ancient Egypt, or something. I think that's the title, but. It's kind of unique because it's a moist incense, and actually, do I still have one left? Let me see. Okay, I have to talk up uh Kemetic witchcraft because and she has a channel, but she I have one last jar of her kefi that she makes, and it's in the Etsy store, and that's my last one. So if anybody wants to give that a try, it's actually a very nice incense. So just figured I'd talk that up. Um, yeah, and okay, blessings to those who lost their lives so we can celebrate Pride Month in relative safety. Yes, and hmm. Yes, I have to echo what Sarcastic said. Not like bloodletting, but go to a blood bank, have it done. This is, no, that you're not offering it to her. You're doing something good in Sekhmet's honor, and it kind of fits with that idea of yeah, it kind of hurts because yeah, you're getting blood drawn, but it's for a good purpose, and it's for healing, and that's kind of why I think it's appropriate for Sekhmet. But okay, prayer of thanks to Jehuti for graduation. Yes. And prayer helped me get my prayer beads sold. Oh, okay. Hey, have you got have you got them in an Etsy store? We will talk it up. Okay, thanks and blessings for my son. Though he's a little tornado. I just turned 2 yesterday. Oh my goodness. Yeah, is he the one that had the run-in with the statues? Uh, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, it's not good to do bloodletting. That's not something we do in our tradition. But okay. Um, and a prayer request for safe travels. Well, we certainly can ask that Neat and Nupwat, as the openers of the way, grant safe travels to Kit Fox, who's going to Idaho. Take some pictures. It seems like a really pretty place. And may your ways be open, and may you come back to see us, and may you have a good time. So. And our thanks to Jehuti for all of our students who've hopefully made it through. We have someone who graduated, and hopefully everyone else has made it through their quarter or their semester, and onward and upward. And we got a request for a divination. If anyone else has some requests for divination, just let us know. If you're in the chat, you can use the little cookie icon. Oh, but this first one is for our friend Seta. And Seta. This is an interesting one for you. Seta, it says, everybody loves progress, but nobody likes change. And
No.
okay. I was like, Darren, I'm going to try and get your input on this, but yes, everybody loves progress, but nobody likes change.
Progress is always painful.
Yeah, well, in order to have progress, what do you have to have? Change. So, you're going to have to do some things that you don't want in order to get to the things that you do want. So that's what that one is saying. Okay, and I see fortune cookies. Let's see. Land of taters. Oh my goodness. You got me thinking, sarcastic. You got, if there are any other Weird Al fans in the house, addicted to spuds, I immediately thought of that when you said Land of Taters. Yeah. Okay, so we start off with sarcastic, and then Blue Conlon, and then Kit Fox. Okay. We're in there to hung the rim. Okay. Sarcastic. You got 2 tonight. I'll just jump in the bowl. Okay, part 1. Do what you love and the necessary resources will follow. Now, part 2. Perhaps a clarification of part 1. Determination will get you through this. Do what you love and the necessary resources will follow. Determination will get you through this. And I got a feeling that you know what that's referring to. So, some words of encouragement. Just hang in there. So that's for sarcastic. And now for Blue Conlon. Blue Conlon, don't be fooled by first impressions. That's surprisingly straightforward. Don't be fooled by first impressions. Okay. And now for Kit Fox. Wow. Kit Fox, it simply says, despair is criminal. Don't, whatever it is, don't do that to yourself. Don't despair. Yeah, Darren, are you still en route to somewhere else? Or?
Yes.
Okay. Got an impression off of this one? Despair is criminal.
Yes, because you quit on yourself.
Yeah, because the thing that I got to, the sense that I got was don't do that to yourself.
Yes. The one person we harm the most in our entire lives is the one that stares at us in the mirror.
Okay. And in case you didn't hear that, he said the one person that we harm the most in our entire lives is the one that we stare at in the mirror. So despair is criminal. So there you go. Okay. And it kind of scrolled down a bit. Okay, I have to finish sewing my costume for convention on Sunday. Oh, sounds like fun. Would Patel be the best guy I got to pray to? I think he'd be one. Yeah, that I think that would make a lot of sense. But Oh goodness. Okay, imagination bound, and then Sarana. There we go. Imagination bound. It says, energy is equal to desire and purpose. Energy is equal to desire and purpose. Now, I feel like adding something to that, which we've mentioned before, about there's a difference between thinking about something and actually doing it. But if you've got, a sense of purpose and desire, the energy. Hopefully that one makes some sense from your side of things. And this is the point where I love having Darren here to give some input, but I think he's wrangling with PlayStation right now. But energy is equal to desire and purpose. Where were we? Took over the entire whole. Okay, I'm just kind of skimming through here. Let's say Sarana and then married Ra. And yeah, about the little one being the one that knocked over the altar. He didn't really mean to, just trying to help and be part of things. And yeah, and I'm sure, trying to think about it from when I was a little kid, I think the shrieks that we as adults can have. Oh my God, no, that could be kind of that could be pretty traumatic in and of itself. I'm sure that gave him a very quick impression of, no, this is a bad thing. But it hopefully will be a good learning opportunity. And anytime, especially as he gets a little older, he'll figure out, okay, what to do and what not to do. But yeah, I'm sure Isis was laughing because as a mother, and I'm sure Horace as a child was quite the little rascal himself. I'm sure she is, seen and heard it all. So, okay, Sarana and married Ra.
And me.
Oh, we got yours. Did
I'm sorry, what was it?
okay? Hang on.
Sorry.
Oh.
Everyone.
Hang on. Yours said, everybody loves progress, but nobody likes change.
Yeah, that's true. That was fine. Okay.
Yeah. So now we're doing.
Sorry, everyone.
No, it's okay. You held us up for 30 seconds. So Sarana married Ra, and then Audrina. So. Whoa. Here we go. Okay, Sarana. Wow. This is your lucky night. Sarana, check this out. One cookie had 3 fortunes in it. So, okay, first one here. Check an item off your to-do list. Prove that you can follow through. Next one. Call an old friend today. And the third one. Change is not merely necessary to life. It is life. Wow. So I think that may be referring to those statues. Change is not merely necessary to life, it is life. Life is change. So these things happen. But the other ones are check an item off your to-do list. Prove that you can follow through. And that other one about call an old friend today. When the gods tell you to do that, do it. Because they were trying to tell me to call my friend Amy. And when, this was less than a month before she ended up in the hospital with COVID and never made it out. So if there's somebody that you love, call them and tell them, because hopefully it won't be something bad, but they might need to hear it. Call an old friend today. Check something off your to-do list, and remember that change is life. So there you go. Okay. All right, married Ra, and then Audrina. Married Ra. There we go. Married Ra, do your work with your whole heart and you will succeed. Do your work with your whole heart and you will succeed. Okay, and Audrina Mystique. There we go. Audrina, every person is the architect of his own fortune. Every person is the architect of his own fortune. And okay, so 91119. It's just 911, but let's see, and then Alejandro. Oh. And what you're saying about wisdom literature, divination, it'd be sort of like a form of bibliomancy. We could try that at some point, but it might get a little weird. But let's see. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. 911 and Alejandro, and then I'll scroll down and catch, because I know there's some more after that. So 911. Here is your fortune. And it says, compassion is a way of being. It's funny, my doctor this week said something about lifestyle changes. Compassion is a way of being. So there you have it. And next is Alejandro. Alejandro, Don't ignore minor details. They are the key to your success. It seems like it's another bit of work advice there. But don't ignore minor details. They are the key to your success. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Devin. Advice to college to stop being lazy. Called it. Oh goodness. Okay, Serrano's definitely check up on a friend who just witnessed an active shooter this week. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you need to check on them. They could probably use hearing from you. And I definitely will say some prayers for them. But okay, Devin. Yeah. So just me advice about my job. There you go. And okay, I think that brings us up to speed. If I miss anyone, if there's anyone else that had one, just let me know. But Devin, this one's for you. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is fun. Devin, cooking is easy. Doing dishes is the hard part.
Yes.
Now you can see that metaphorically, the getting in there and having fun, but then remember, there's the less glamorous part of it. But you know what? Especially when it comes to couples, cooking is easy, doing dishes is the hard part. Somebody's got to agree to do the dishes. But yeah, cooking is easy, doing dishes is the hard part. Oh God. Yeah, see, and I have no foreknowledge whatsoever of this stuff. So that's very much I think some folks just decided to poke. But yes, let us know if there's any more requests. I think it is. And not to worry, we have plenty more fortune cookies where those came from. Oh, your wife is dying laughing at you. Oh wow. The one thing that I can say about dishes is, okay, we finally have a dishwasher now. But we spent, oh goodness, how many years? From 1998 until 2011 in apartments that had no dishwashers. And so, as Darren liked to put it, somebody was dish bitch at some point or another. And I can remember thinking when we finally got a dishwasher, it's like, you know what? If anybody complains about this, if it's too much trouble to just, kind of rinse things off in order to put them in the dishwasher, you need to rethink your life because it could be so much worse. That's the extent of my experience with that. All right. Sounds like Darren is on call a friend tech support. Okay. But because we've got folks that are going to be traveling and things like that, I will read a couple of prayers for everyone. Hear us, O Ra, great Lord of Unu, and place your arms of blessing around all of those who are participating with us. Let them rejoice in your bounty, and their hearts take joy in your kindness. Tell Neith and Upo to open their ways for them, and may you protect them with your strong arm of compassion. For you are the All-Lord, Lord of Ma'at. Holy and splendid is your name. Capri at dawn, Atum at dusk, Ra-Horakhety as you rule the nine. May you grant life, prosperity, and health, alertness, favors, and affection. Make our eyes to see you every day as ones righteous who set you in their hearts. Supply our needs of bread and drink, and guard our mouths in speaking. Come to us and give us counsel. Make us heedful of your wisdom. When one appeals to you, you come from afar. Lend your ear to the lonely and the poor. May you give breath to those who are wretched, and bread to those who have none. Guardian of the weak, may you set the oppressed free, and let your blessings surpass all wealth. Fishes. Yeah. The 30 house appliances, I hear people never want to live without again. Dishwashers, rice cookers, and pressure cookers. Well, I will say this. I will sometimes make rice in just a pot. It's just you got to watch that sucker because it'll boil over faster than you think. But yeah, time for a dishwasher. Yeah. Um, everybody's house situation is different. So the best of luck with that with that whole thing. But now this is saying that our connection is a little unstable. Hopefully, there's not like a lot of lag or anything. I'm gonna go and check real quick and see. Okay, if we have any other prayer requests. And certainly for long life and prosperity and health for all of our loved ones and family members, because we've got folks that have certain ones, grandparents and aunts and uncles and friends, and we want them to be well too. And yes, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the latest video. I'll be working on part 2 of that later this month, and more good things for our Patreon peeps. And just had to kind of take a break from that this week, but hopefully there'll be more of that coming soon. Yes, and in the meantime, there's the Discord. Oracle was kind enough to share the link for that, and the crocodiles. You're gonna have to tell me about that part. And if anybody else has any other cool announcements, just share that on the board real quick. Oh, the guys can give me money then. Yeah, yeah, I know. Because, yeah, the dishwashers are expensive. Okay. Hmm. Um, yeah, well, with that, typically what happens is I'm using I have a little saucepan that's like not that much bigger than the bowl that we use for the cookies. It's, in terms of the diameter. So it's, kind of a small pot for rice. And so, just, the put the lid on it. Maybe I do have the heat a little high because, I look one way and then I look back and it's like bubbling over. I'm like, oh crap, so yeah, that's my grace and agility in the kitchen. But well, let me say our closing prayers. If anybody's got any other requests or anything, just let us know. And hope with us that Darren gets his stuff figured out with the PlayStation, because that'll get him out of my hair so I can write a little bit. Don't tell him I said that. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great need, endures. May they endure, as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shanit in Unu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Aset in Nicheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehutin in Kamenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Shu, Sekhmet. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, Shu, Sekhmet. May you go forth in peace, O Yunechiru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. That's pretty cool. Well, thank you guys so much, and I have to tell you guys, I'm just as grateful for all of you, because at the points when other things that I work on don't do so well, and it seems like it's not really going where I want it to. I know that I must have done something good somewhere, because I have you guys willing to come tune in with me every Friday, and we both love you for it. And yes, the needing your thinking space, absolutely. But, thank you guys. I'm enjoyed it very much, and like I said, if especially those of you that are also we're kids in the 80s, and if you remember, the original Top Gun, I have to talk up the sequel. It's actually really worth it. So if you need something fun to go see this weekend, it comes recommended. But whatever he's up to, I think, I don't know. I hope he gets his technical issues figured out. So well, let's wish for a swift end of the Mercury retrograde period. So. Awesome, yeah. Like I said, go see Top Gun, Top Gun Maverick. It's totally worth it. And see, the thing is, I have the CD of the original soundtrack, and actually, I think I bought it in the '90s. When it hit the discount bin, and so I've had it a long time, and so we had to pop that disc in when we were on our way to the theater. It's just one of those things you just have to do it. So. So yeah, a little bit of indulgence there. Well, guys, we will see you next week when we will be honoring Tolerant and the Isis Luminous. That will be the theme for next week. So see you guys soon. In the meantime, be safe and well and have a safe trip. All right, see you guys soon.